What's up everybody, Luster here. Today you join me on the Chiltern Mainline here in the West Midlands, here at Leamington Spa. One of the main stations on the Chiltern Mainline, whether if you're changing trains or if you're just going through, it's quite a popular station, I've got to admit. So yes, we are still in the West Midlands, of course. But this time I've joined up on the Chiltern Mainline today for a train spot here at Leamington Spa. The train is just about to depart. It's 221122, which will form the 12:39 cross-country service to Bournemouth and Stockport for the Voyager. This cross-country Voyager departs Leamington Spa now with the 12:39 cross-country service to Bournemouth from Stockport. So yes, and then over here we've got 196002 for West Midlands Railway, which will form the 1240 West Midlands Railway service to Nuneaton, starting here at Leamington Spa with 196002. So today here at Leamington Spa on the Chiltern Mainline, you'll be seeing services by Cross Country, West Midlands Railway and Chiltern Railways. There are advertisements for the Chiltern Railways Chiltern Explorer sets. It also has an upgrade first class for 20 quid. Yes, first class returns on Chiltern Railways. And this station is owned by Chiltern Railways, so of course they've put their advertisements up here. But yes, this train's ready to go now for Nuneaton. It's 196002. Just start here at Leamington Spa. Anyways, 196002 departs Leamington Spa with the 1240 West Midlands Railway service to Nuneaton, starting here at Leamington Spa. Yes, I've seen quite a few videos of Leamington Spa. Looks quite like a cool station. Not one of the busiest ones, but you do get what you need through here, because the Chiltern Mainline ain't that busy. This is also the my first time on the Chiltern Mainline since the summer when I was in London, when I did my film at Dollis Hill. Well, we were adjacent to the Chiltern Mainline, but still Chiltern Mainline. And then I've also been to London Marylebone and High Wycombe before as well. Been to London Marylebone and High Wycombe for a Wembley Stadium event. I stayed in High Wycombe and then I used London Marylebone for the terminus. And then since I said Wembley Stadium, I completely forgot I'd been to Wembley Stadium as well before. So yeah, and then hopefully I'll be able to do some more filming along the Chiltern Mainline very soon, with Leamington Spa being one right now. And then I'm also going to film at other stations north of the Chiltern Mainline. When I say that Birmingham Moor Street, I did say would be one station, and then Birmingham Snow Hill will be the other one. So yeah, spoiler alert. So yeah, that's all for Leamington Spa really. That hopefully we'll get a lot of good action and a lot of good trains. If you do notice the shaky camera, sorry. But anyways, that's enough waffling and yapping from me. But and I can hear Celia Drummond announcing. But Anyways, let's see what other action, what other trains we shall see here at Leamington Spa on the Chiltern Mainline. I'll see you all when the next train comes then, everyone. Now arriving in is going to be the 12:58 cross-country service to York from Reading with another cross-country Voyager. Anyways, it is 2:20:07 and it is the black door. Got a black door on this, and then I can also see a Chiltern Railways Class 165 or 168-0, which will arrive in for London Marylebone. It is a 168-0 and it looks like a refurb. Way! This Chiltern Railways 168 though is going to arrive in with the 12:48 Chiltern Railway service to London Marylebone. The cross country is actually the 12:50 service, sorry. We can cut our celebrations down as it is just 168-002, no refurb, just in its silver livery. So yeah, 168-002 arrives into Leamington Spa now for London Marylebone, and as to see us all when one of these trains depart. Now departing is going to be the 12:48 Chiltern Railway service to London Marylebone, 168-002. Anyways, non-refurbed 168-002 departs Leamington Spa now with the 12:48 Chiltern Railway service to London Marylebone from Birmingham Moor Street or Snow Hill, one of the two. And that's heading down the Chiltern Mainline to its next stop of Banbury. But anyways, as that non-refurbished 168-002 departs now, it feels quite rare to see a non-refurbed 168-0 now, as most of them are refurbished. Now departing, it's going to be the 12:50 cross-country service to York from Reading. Anyways, 2:20-007 departs Leamington Spa now with the 12:50 cross-country service to York from Reading, and as that cross-country Voyager heads over the Chiltern Mainline to its next stop of Birmingham New Street, and that is going to pass through stations like Warwick, Dorridge, Solihull, Warwick Parkway, them stations. It's going to go via them, as it's not a Stockport, Manchester Piccadilly services really. Manchester Piccadilly is closed by the time during the time I'm filming this. Yeah, that's why I said Stockport. But anyways, as that heads up northbound now, and these benches says GWR, even though Great Western Railway do not even come near the station, although they do serve 20 minutes Banbury down the road, the Class 165, two hourly services to Didcot Parkway, and then late evening service to London Paddington from there. But yes, we're nowhere near Banbury. But anyways, well, when I say we're nowhere near Banbury, we're 20 minutes away from Banbury. But anyways, as that cross-country Voyager heads up northbound now, and my yapping is just taking over Leamington Spa station, as I see all when the next train comes. Catching me out the eye there as I got distracted looking at train tickets, would you believe it or not. Now arriving in is going to be 168107 with the 1300 Chiltern Railways service to Birmingham Snow Hill from London Marylebone. This time with a 4-car 168-1, one of the Turbo Star looking Class 168s this time. Anyways, this Chiltern Railways Class 168 arrives into Leamington Spa now with the 1300 service to Birmingham Snow Hill from London Marylebone with one of the Turbo Star looking 168s, and yes, I got distracted looking at train tickets. That's what happens when you get distracted. You end up getting a jump scare, and all of a sudden a train comes in and you're like, quick, get the camera up. And then luckily I caught it, but that's what happens when you start looking at train tickets. When a train comes, you get distracted. Like me just then. But anyways, that's the Chiltern Railways Class 168 arrives into Leamington Spa now, as you see all when the service departs. Departing is going to be the 1300 Chiltern Railway service to Birmingham Snow Hill. Anyways, 168107 departs Leamington Spa now at the 1300 Chiltern Railway service to Birmingham Snow Hill from London Marylebone with one of the Turbo Star looking like 168s. And it is a 4-car -1 as well. And also getting ready to terminate in now is going to be a Chiltern Railways Class 165 this time, which is forming the 1302 service from Stratford upon Avon. It is one of the Stratford upon Avon services that run every 2 hourly from here. Anyways, 165013 terminates into Leamington Spa now with the 1302 service from Stratford upon Avon with 165013, and as this Chiltern Railways Class 165 terminates into Leamington Spa now, I shall see us all when this train reverses out into the sidings just up the road, or just up the track I should say. Now passing through in the middle is going to be our first freight train of today, which is 66051. Didn't see that come. At least we get some freight in, eh? Didn't see that 66 come through.
Railways. That freight class 66 passes through Leamington Spa now with the 1307 service through to wherever it goes. But it's up north of the Chiltern Mainline now, as you see is all when the next train comes. Now departing is going to be 165013 for the sidings for Chiltern Railways. Anyways, 165013 departs Leamington Spa now for the sidings with the 1308 service for Chiltern Railways. And as that Chiltern 165 heads up into the Leamington Spa sidings, I'm going to call it. I shall see us all when the next train comes here at Leamington Spa on the Chiltern Mainline. Now terminating in is going to be a West Midlands Railway Class 196. The 1316 service from Nuneaton, which is terminating here at Leamington Spa. One of the two car 196s again, as always. And it is 196006 on this, and as this West Midlands Railway 196 terminates into Leamington Spa now, as you see us all when the next train comes. Now returning back into the station is going to be 165013 for Chiltern Railways, which is just coming back into Leamington Spa onto platform 1, which will eventually form the 1321 service to Stratford upon Avon. Very soon this will go back to Stratford upon Avon, as it's doing the shuttle all day before it heads to London Marylebone late in the evening, because there is a service from Stratford upon Avon to London Marylebone later on. Well, 165013. And as this Chiltern Railways Class 165 re-enters into Leamington Spa now, which will eventually form a service to Stratford upon Avon soon, I shall see us all when the next train comes here at Leamington Spa. Now arriving in is going to be the 1321 Chiltern Railway service to London Marylebone from Birmingham Moor Street. Yet again another 168-0 with 168004. And it is a refurb one this time. Anyways, this Chiltern Railways Class 168 arrives into Leamington Spa now with the 1321 Chiltern Railway service to London Marylebone from Birmingham Moor Street to 168004, and it looks like we do get a refurbished Class 168 this time. So yes, my hope worked. We finally got one, and it is another 168-0, and there's apparently only 5 of these that exist. 168001 to 005, and I've already seen 2 of them, which is, honestly, you don't usually get that, so yeah, I am happy with that. But anyways, as this Chiltern Railways 168 arrives into Leamington Spa now, I shall see us all when this service departs. Now departing is going to be the 1321 Chiltern Railway service to London Marylebone. And yay, I seen a refurbished Chiltern Railways Class 168. Woohoo! Anyways, 168004 departs Leamington Spa now at the 1321 Chiltern Railway service to London Marylebone from Birmingham Moor Street. And yes, I've actually seen 2 168-0s so far, which you don't usually get, if I'm being honest. Yeah, that's quite lucky. But I started over down the Chiltern Mainline to its next stop of Banbury. I shall see us all when the next train comes here at Leamington Spa. Now arriving in is going to be the 1322 cross-country service to, I was about to say Manchester Piccadilly, but that station's closed for the time being. Stockport. And it's one of former Avanti West Coast units as well. It's the delayed 1317, apologies. And it is 221107. This cross-country Voyager, Class 221 Voyager, former Avanti West Coast unit arrives into Leamington Spa now. I shall see us all when this service departs. Now departing is going to be the delayed 1317 cross-country service to Stockport. Anyways, this cross-country 221 Voyager departs Leamington Spa now with the delayed 1317 cross-country service to Stockport. Excuse me? Stockport. Apologies for the burp. That departs Leamington Spa now for its next stop at Coventry. I see you all when the next train comes here at Leamington Spa on the Chiltern Mainline. Now arriving in is yet again another Chiltern Railways Class 168-0. Here's another refurbed one, but 3 of these (168-003). What the actual heck is going on? You never get this much 168-0s in an hour for a train spawn video until now. That's 3 of them we've seen today. 1 or 2 may be crazy, but 3 168-0s in 1 hour at one station. It's pretty insane. And this is another refurbished unit too, but Luminette, there's only 5 of these. Only 5 168-0s, and I've seen 3 of them. Insane. The only one I've not seen is 168-001 and 005. But putting class 168-0s aside, now passing through is going to be another shed, aka another class 66, which is off to I don't know, Southampton, somewhere down them lines, I think. And it's passing through really slowly. I don't think you're going to get any slower than this, unless it's held on a red signal, which is probably the most likely. And the 168's off now to Birmingham Moor Street. 168-003 with the 13:30 service departs for Birmingham Moor Street, and 66-308 is on this shed. And yes, this guy is on a red signal. Load of white stuff here. It's probably white stuff in them tanks. Oh, I love the sound of that. Squeals. And as this freight class 66 gets held on a red signal, as she's all when this goes. Now getting ready to depart is going to be our final train of today, which will be a West Midlands Railway Class 196, which will form the 1340 West Midlands Railway service to Nuneaton from, well, starting here at Leamington Spa. The Chiltern 165 has just departed now for Stratford upon Avon, although you couldn't see because of this freight train that's blocking the way. Still on a red signal, surprisingly. And then 196-006 is getting ready to go for Nuneaton now, with this train just getting ready to lock up. The Chiltern 165 has gone to blah-de-blah now, Stratford upon Avon, and then arriving in over here is going to be a cross-country Voyager, which took me by surprise, which is going to Bournemouth. 221134's on this. And then I think you can still see the Chiltern 165 up there a little bit. That's heading off to Stratford upon Avon now from, well, starting here at Leamington Spa. And then this cross-country Voyager arrives into Leamington Spa now for Bournemouth. And then this 196 is getting ready to get its jolly way out of here. The guard's just locking up the doors and he's ready to go. With the 1340 West Midlands Railway service to Nuneaton, 196-006. 16006 departs Leamington Spa now with the 1340 West Midlands Railway service to Nuneaton from Leamington Spa. And then as this cross-country voyager with 221134 now boards here at Leamington Spa, we shall conclude today's video here at Leamington Spa on the Chiltern Mainline. If you all did enjoy, please like and subscribe as always, as it would help out a lot for me and the channel. It's actually been quite good, Leamington Spa. I've enjoyed it quite a few times. Apologies for the camera work there, if there was a lack of camera work. But this cross-country voyage has been very noisy, and the doors are closing now, by the way, so we might as well see this go. Why not? We've got enough time. 221134 is ready to go for Bournemouth now with the 1338 service. This cross-country voyager departs Leamington Spa now at the 1338 cross-country service to Bournemouth from Stockport, sorry. Yes, I did quite enjoy Leamington Spa though. It was a good station on the Chiltern Mainline, seeing quite a few Chiltern Railway services, including 3168-0s. But I won't keep you around for too long though. But as for me here at Leamington Spa, I'll see you all next time. Peace out. With the 1414